Stopping traffic. Sips the big thrills. Yeah, you know you can't be mad at it.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I have I had the time of my life.
Aw.
Just rolling.
Because it's over.
It went really fast.
It did.
And we did extra this year.
We did extra, yeah.
This season.
Yeah.
This year.
We did a whole 13.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, if you made it this far,
Yeah. Then
all power to
all
you.
the power to you. You might have lost a couple brain cells on the way.
You might have been better off bird watching.
Right. Right.
As for our splendid little TikTok friend.
Oh, I can't wait to get into that.
But it's been a year.
It's been a year. And not only is it the end of the season, but it's the end of the year in general.
Yeah.
It's New Year's. It's the week of New Year's Eve.
And I'm not currently sitting here in Farmingdale. I'm in Aruba, guys.
Yeah, you
So
are.
I'm out of the country.
Your future self, when this episode airs, is going to be thriving in the sun.
on a beach.
And I will be sitting here in Farmingdale, probably in this very room.
well, then a couple months later, you'll be
Yeah,
doing
then
well.
I'll be away.
So,
Yeah.
So a lot of good things happened this year. A lot of good things are coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling very grateful.
Are you?
Yeah.
Of course you are.
A lot. It's just all good right
It's all
now.
good.
I am in a week from tomorrow, I think. Finals are like done pretty much. So then it's really going to be all good.
It's really just partying for you.
Yeah. So a lot of wetness.
A lot of wetness. Yeah, there's not like a ton making me like super dry this year.
Yeah.
Coming to the end of this year, like, I don't know. I'm in like a good space.
We deserve it.
We deserve it, finally.
I would say let's cheers to that, but we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. So one step at a time.
Yes. So today's drink
Mm-hmm.
is a cranberry mimosa.
Now, what is making you dry about this? Because you do have something to say. You have something on your mind.
I'm doing dry December.
That wasn't what I was gonna say,
Oh.
but yeah, that is
Yeah.
very dry.
So I'm going to take a sip just to make sure that this is good because I will serve
Right.
this if it is good. But what were you thinking?
What did you try today that you were appalled?
Cranberries are fucking disgusting. Like absolutely disgusting. For this drink, I was making a cute little garnish. Little cranberry fell out of the bag. I popped it in my mouth thinking, I love cranberry juice. Why wouldn't I like a cranberry? Maybe it's a cherry. Maybe it's a grape.
Right.
Something in that family. Oh, no. I would have rather I don't know if vinegar could freeze, but if vinegar could freeze and I put it in an ice cube tray, I would have rather ate a vinegar ice cube than chew on a fucking cranberry. So, my question for everyone watching or listening. Do you like cranberries?
What's the deal with cranberries?
And if you like them, what is wrong with you? What diagnosis do you have? Do your taste buds work? Like, seriously.
I mean, I've eaten dried cranberries, like in my salads.
Yes, me too, and they're great.
Yeah.
That tasted like, I can't tell you, poison.
Is there a pit in there?
No.
No?
No pit. Just tasted like the most bitter. Like, and
Really?
cranberries in a salad, dried cranberries are sweet. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know if
very
they're doing
sweet.
something. Like, unless I just got a really bad, not
Batch?
ripe cranberry. I don't know, but it was awful. Like, I've
Yeah.
never even tasted anything that I could be like, it tastes like this. I don't even know what the fuck it was. I was like, oh, I bit it and spit it right out. I couldn't even fathom swallowing it. So I'm feeling very passionately about that. Like, I almost look at cranberry juice differently. And I don't
Huh.
want to.
Yeah, well, maybe you need to give it another try. Don't write it off so quickly.
Can you try one on
Yeah,
camera?
I want to try one. Because I don't think I've ever had a whole cranberry like that.
I'll give you this little guy.
Okay. I mean, it looks fine.
It looks fine, right? What are your thoughts? Right?
Oh my god, it's so sour.
It's terrible. It's really terrible.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right?
Mm-mm.
Awful.
It's like a really, really, really sour. It's got the inside is the consistency of like an apple.
Yes. Isn't it disgusting?
Oh.
Like it pissed me
What?
off.
Yeah.
And think about it. You had like a warning. I went in
Blind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
naive. Like a fucking asshole. Bit that cranberry and I was appalled.
Yeah. Are you not supposed to eat them like that?
I don't know.
Are we just,
I mean,
are we gonna get comments that are people are like,
you two
you
fucking
idiots.
bozo.
You bozo.
Well, I will say it wasn't easy finding them in the damn supermarket. I was doing laps, probably
Yeah.
because no one buys them. So they
Yeah.
have 2 bags out. Why would anyone want them?
Right.
It's really just decorative.
I guess. Oh, I didn't like that. At first, I thought, okay, maybe this won't be that bad, and then all of a sudden, that like
it hits.
you know, when that like saliva and that like you're like
Yeah.
all tenses up when something is super sour in like your neck. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, I didn't like
Yeah.
that. I didn't
Not a
like
fan
that.
of cranberries, but if you are, hit us up so I can stay far away from you.
Yeah.
But anyway, this drink is, you don't have to put disgusting cranberries in it, but
No.
you do have to put some cranberry juice.
Yes.
So you are going to take an ounce of orange liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it?
Cointreau, I think.
I never even attempt.
That's how we're gonna say it. Cointreau, even though it's spelled Queen Triao.
This is the ounce, right? Okay.
Should I open this bottle?
Yes, you may. An ounce of orange liqueur. I believe it was 3/4, but we like cranberry over here, so we'll do a full ounce of cranberry juice.
Yeah, I love cranberry juice.
Cute.
Now I need to know why cranberry juice and cranberries, like dried cranberries, are so sweet. If
It's a lie. It's a hoax. And then you're going to just top the rest with some good old bubbles.
bubbles, because it is that time of year. The new year is for bubbles. All right. You're not a fan of champagne.
Mm-mm.
I mean, this is Prosecco.
Does look very pretty.
It does. It looks very, very pretty. Cheers.
So this is the final product for those watching. Very pretty. Cheers. I will take a sip.
You got to try it.
Honestly, it is
That's
good.
good.
I do think that one of those would probably have me drunk because mimosas fuck me up always.
Do
I don't
they?
know why.
What about a mimosa fucks you up?
I guess it's just the champagne, right? I mean, and this is like an extra strong one.
Yeah.
This is like a cross between a screwdriver and
Yeah.
a mimosa.
So let's get into why you're even doing a dry December.
I drank too much this year.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to sell it to everyone straight. I drank a lot. Not that it was ever like a problem. I feel like that makes me sound like an alcoholic, but I just feel like I got to give my liver a little bit of a break. I wanted to get a little bit healthier and do a little month cleanse before my vacation. And I think that I waste a lot of calories on drinking all the time.
So when you put it that way, that you have like a vacation coming up at the end of the month, I understand it more.
Yes.
But my thought is like, especially for me, my December is always filled with a lot of drinking, just because it's a lot of seeing people. It's a lot of getting together with people that I haven't seen in a while. Like this week alone, tomorrow night I'm seeing my cousin who's in from Hawaii that I haven't seen in a while. We're getting together for drinks. The night after that, I'm seeing some friends that I haven't seen in a while. We're getting together for dinner and some drinks. So like alone just this week. Next week, I'm getting together with friends and we're going to see a show. Like a bunch, like I have so many things going on of like people that I haven't seen and we're getting together. There's so many get-togethers and people and whatever that always involves drinking. So I would never be able to do a dry December.
I don't like, before this year, I was never much of a drinker anyway. I was kind of always the friend that came still and just didn't drink. So
I guess
I'm
you
kinda,
can,
like, revisiting that, Natalie.
You can go out and have a good time without drinking. I did go to a wedding recently and did not have one sip of alcohol.
And how was it?
Fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, because there's.
I mean, I wasn't like dancing like I like normally would and
Yeah.
like really going for it. But it was a Sunday wedding anyway. It was an afternoon wedding, and I let my boyfriend drink because it was his friends anyway, and I drank Shirley Temples. Honestly, is what I got from the bar.
Yeah, and then you didn't wake up wanting to die. My hangovers also are just so bad now. Like Nick and I were talking about it because I was like, I think I'm gonna wait until we'll be in Aruba on December 29th, and I said. Yeah, the 29th. And I said, I think that I'll wait until January 1st. Like, even though we'll be there for a couple days at that point without drinking, like, I'll wait until January 1st to drink. So it's a full month. And he's like, well, the last time we drank was, and we did, like, the math that a month would be December 26th. That's a full month of no alcohol. So I think that I will on the 27th have a drink.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Your first night in Aruba?
Yeah, I
You're
guess
not gonna
that's
have
true.
a couple drinks. You're not gonna want to sit on the beach with like a pina colada or
I
like.
will. And I won't feel bad about it because I did
yeah.
do a full month at that point.
Okay.
But
I mean,
until then, I can have a little self-control.
yeah, it's always nice to practice some self-control.
And that's it.
Okay.
And when I
Fair.
want to, like, waste some calories, it's going to be on food and not on booze because that's just who I am.
Maybe I'll do a dry January.
And that's cool. Like
Yeah.
you said to me, why don't you just start in the
Fresh for the
right.
year.
Which, I have nothing against the New Year's resolutions. I know a lot, like, people either feel strongly, like, for them or strongly against them. You don't have to wait until the new year to relax,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
It's like, I like to try to do better on a
People
Monday.
like a schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But for me, it's really just mainly because I'm going away. I have to
Yeah.
get into some
Okay, that's fair.
bathing suits and, I could chill on the booze for a sec.
Okay, fair.
And that's that.
And you can still have fun without any alcohol.
And, right, it's me.
It's you.
I can
right.
have fun playing
If it was
chess.
someone else, I would say
Yeah.
you need to drink.
Yeah.
You need to put a little alcohol in you. But you can survive
make it
without
work.
Yeah.
I'm not
okay,
loving
fair.
it. I've definitely wanted to drink some Malbec the past couple of nights, but
Yeah.
I got the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And that's that.
All right, fair.
So that is dry December.
So cheers to you, and I'll drink on your behalf.
And I'm just going to stare at it. And it's perfect that this garnish kind of gets in the way of sipping on it anyway.
That's why I threw mine away already.
Yeah. Well, you got a backup if you want it.
Thanks.
2 of those, and I definitely have to take you home.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, there's nothing dry about right
Good.
now. Just cranberries and no alcohol.
Good.
And for you, anything making you dry right now?
Yes. If we're talking about like the year and the time we had this year and even this like show specifically, I gotta say it because I can't, it honestly, it keeps me up sometimes at night.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And it is my big audio fuck up. It really is. Like people don't understand, like I'm a perfectionist. And I take what I do very seriously. And I'm so mad at myself for this audio fuck up. So here's what happened. The day that we filmed Tony Ann, our first guest of our last 3, we have a third mic then that we use. And it goes through this interface. And there was this equalizer on it. This isn't going to make sense to a lot of people who don't know any audio things. But there was something on that interface. And her audio came out, and I didn't even check it because then it happened for her and it happened for our next 2 guests too. And their audio was super, super thin and sounded like they were a million miles away and underwater. And I swear I almost cried because when we filmed our last guest, I went back and I was looking over the session and I heard it and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, wait, I did this for 2 other guests prior to this, and I went to Tony Ann's and it was on hers too, and it really made me so upset. So what I wound up having to do was use a little bit of it, but also I had to use more of our video audio than the audio that we actually film mic wise with, and try and like double them and export them and re-import them to give it a little bit more bass. And it was so stressful, and it was like our biggest guest, like our big, like, here she is finally, Tony Ann, and that's what fucking happened to the audio. That couldn't have happened with Dom. That couldn't have happened with like, literally anybody else. Not that I don't love all of our guests because they've all brought something so fun to the table, but like our big guest, Tony Ann deserved better. I'm just going to say I apologize. She has deserved better, and that's what made me dry this season. That I really feel like we got there, and then that happened, and it just like it crushed my audio technician soul.
Well, I think that unfortunately is just a good lesson in life that you could do every single thing right.
My video's not even recording.
No.
My video's not even recorded this whole time.
But
I have no words.
So for those listening, Sarah realized loving this episode already, honestly. This one might be my favorite just for that.
Like, what?
Sarah is just, unfortunately, I think I've rubbed off on you. That's really what
Maybe you
happened.
did, honestly,
'Cause
Natalie.
I'm a
Maybe
big
you
fucking,
did.
what's the word? When you're bad luck. Fucking, I don't know. Jinx. I'm a jinx.
You're not. No, you're not a jinx. You're
am.
not a jinx.
Okay.
And now we're back.
And now
Finally,
we're back.
Here I am. Finally.
Sarah almost threw it back. That was
I
good
can't.
for you.
I'll throw up
you
if I
might
chug the whole thing. But I might do another big gulp in a second.
Sarah,
Because what are the fucking odds?
you're literally in the middle of talking about technical difficulties and then happen to realize you're
I'm not even recording this whole time.
Well, as I was saying, that's a life lesson that you can do everything right. And life's just always going to throw you some curveballs.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to roll with the punches.
Mm-hmm.
And not do a dry December to deal with the punches.
Yeah.
Do a very
That's where I'm at.
Do a very wet December. Oh my
I can't
god.
believe that just happened.
There have been times where I've looked so bad that I would hope my video goes out. But like, you look cute today too. So like, today is not the day for it. All right, guys.
It is what it is. It is what it is. What it is. What it is. What it is.
What What was your favorite drink this season?
That one with the egg whites.
Yeah,
The gin one with the
gin one, the whiskey sour. I thought.
Oh, you're right. It was
Yeah.
It was whiskey.
Oh,
See you at the bottom.
oh, Sarah, this is gonna be good.
Usually, when I have a drink with an egg white, it's usually a gin one.
What about when I tested you and you told me that was it a Manhattan?
It was made with vodka or gin. Really, it was made with gin originally, and then they switched to vodka.
You've been on a downward spiral, it seems.
Since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, some would say since then. Some would say longer if you know me.
But I do have one thing, actually. There's one other thing that made me dry this week that I have to touch on that you're going to love. Sarah and I worked an event, not our normal job together this past weekend.
That part made me wet.
And we were hit with a comment that made me a little dry. We had this guy coming up all night, more than anyone else.
Yeah.
To the bar. And we liked him at first.
Loved him.
We said a couple of times, like, oh, this guy's great. Oh, he's coming back. We love this guy. And then he went and told us that we were lacking comedy.
Or humor.
Yeah. Same difference. But how dare you?
How dare you?
We're lacking comedy.
Right.
If we're lacking it, then I don't know what to tell you, pal.
If we're lacking it, I can't imagine what you think about everybody else in this room.
Yeah, I mean, the party had no music.
Yeah, just to sum it up, it had no music.
And everyone stopped drinking at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
At a
Well,
holiday
did anyone
party.
really start drinking?
Not really.
No. We had this one guy come up to us in the very beginning of the night. And as soon as he got there, he was the first guest to arrive. As soon as he got there, he came right up to the bar and he ordered a martini straight up. I said, "Oh, this is the guy."
Yeah.
First drink, straight up martini. And then he goes, "I'm going to be bothering you guys all night." And I was like, "Go for it.
Yeah.
Give it your best shot. That's what we're here for."
Right.
What did he drink after that?
Diet Cokes. Rest of the
And
night.
at first he started out by saying, "I'm going to have one martini and then like 2 Diet Cokes and then go back to a martini." We're like, "Okay, that's fine. You know, you're at a house party. It's not like you know, you're going to take it slow and balance it out." There was never any second martini.
No.
It was only Diet Coke.
His
Diet
wife
Coke was our best seller.
Watching him, though. And a lot of the wives there. And that, got me thinking. Like, Sarah and I talked about this. I have to push my boyfriend to drink because I like to see him drunk because he's funny and silly and whatever. And he doesn't, like, he's like me. Like, a little bit like, oh, but what about tomorrow? And I have to get this done and I can't, like, risk a hangover. But so for me, it's like when he's not looking, I'll tell the bartender or the waitress, like, another one for him. Like, every time. And then it's there and he's like, fuck it, I got to drink it.
Yeah.
Just because I want him to get drunk.
Yeah.
But at that party, and I guess, like, you know, I'm seeing more so now, wives blow. Like, no, you're done.
I think it also depends, like, on on, like, you could tell some of those guys too were drinkers, and maybe their wives were just trying to rein them in a little bit and not like let them out. I mean, I can speak for myself, and like my boyfriend is a big drinker. He is very Irish, and he drinks, and he can drink a lot. And there are totally times where I'm like, not slow down. You know, maybe we'll drink a water right now, or like don't get another one yet, because he drinks fast too.
But are you worried about him being sick, or are you worried about him acting a fool?
He doesn't ever act a fool.
Okay.
Especially like in public, like he would never act a fool, but when he starts drinking and like really starts like going for it, he drinks very, very fast, and it's just another one, and then those drinkers, it doesn't hit you until like later.
Yeah.
And then I pay the price when we get home.
Okay, that's
of how
fair.
annoying he can be, and I have to deal with him. And or if we're like at home, or it's like the summer, and like even if we have people over, he'll just pass out. He'll just fall asleep.
Okay, and then that's fair.
So
If
the,
you're
those
entertaining,
times, yeah, I'll tell
definitely,
him
I
you
get
could
it.
just slow down. But like these wives at these parties that are like, you know, no, he's not allowed to have anything.
like he had one damn drink.
Right.
Relax.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess it depends. It depends on when you really know your partner, like what kind of a drunk or whatever
Yeah,
they are.
I guess.
You know.
And I also get, you know, I mean, especially now, drinks cost more than anything
Yeah.
when you go out. So I could
Yeah.
see, like, you know, being more money conscious, like, all right, relax, especially if someone's drinking top shelf.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
What if you're at a freaking house party? They're not paying for a drink.
Yeah.
Let them have two.
Yeah. Let him have some fun.
Relax, Susan.
Relax, Susan.
Your husband could have a second martini.
Right.
And-
And if you're gonna say no, we're gonna say yes.
In hopes that he just throws a good tip.
Right.
Because the Diet Cokes won't be doing it. for us. But yeah, that house party wasn't really
It wasn't really bumping. But you know
No.
what I think was so like charming about it was
Chef
at the
Steve.
end of, well, besides Chef Steve, but at the end of the night, they thought it was a blast. Like they were like, great party, right?
I
Like
know.
I told you what kind of party this was gonna be. Like,
Yeah.
this is an awesome party, and we were sitting there like,
Sarah was like, yeah. She couldn't even fake.
great party.
But
But
had no music.
that's the point, though. If you're hosting it and you think it was an awesome party,
Right.
then it was an awesome party.
I
for
mean,
you.
I would assume like they were repeat guests that fly in for this party, so they must also think that
Yeah.
to each
They
its
must not
own.
get out much.
Yeah,
That's all.
clearly one
Yeah.
drink wonders. Diet Coke fiends.
So, what was your favorite moment from this season?
My favorite moment. I loved going rogue.
That was a fun day.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, any day out that we have is fun. But, there's something about Manhattan. Rob was so great. Going to Italy was so much fun. Trying
Yeah.
their cool drinks. My
Yeah.
drink got fucking lit on fire.
Yeah.
That day was probably my favorite from the season.
Yeah. That was a fun day.
Learning about tequila that I,
Mhm.
prior knew very little on.
Yeah.
What would you say yours was?
My favorite moment from this season was not really a moment. I mean, because I loved a lot of this season. Like I loved Rob. I loved all of our guests. I loved Leon. I loved that
Yes.
episode. I loved the sex therapist was so great, and
Yes.
so was the hair ninja. She was so much fun.
Right,
Like we really had
yes.
some fun guests this season, so I loved all of that. But my favorite moment I think happened off season, or not off season, but during the season, but off like the podcast. And it was probably the heat and the hate you got from the snowboarding clip on TikTok.
Oh my God. Sarah with an H.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
First of all,
So-
all I have to say about that is if you take anything I say seriously, you belong with
See-
Susan drinking Diet Cokes at the holiday party.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So for which episode was it? I think it was the habits
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
And when the habits turned into Natalie's just pet peeves and
Yeah.
things that piss Natalie off. And one of the things that she said was snowboarders who think that they're cooler than skiers. And I clipped it and I just threw it up because it was funny. It was like
Yeah.
a funny comment. And I mean, for people who really listen to this podcast, you know, they know the episode, they know what we were really talking about, like what it really entailed.
Right.
And they know our humor, and they know like about how we were just fucking around. But
yeah.
I guess because you don't have that context, if you just see that clip, it's really just looks like Natalie's shitting on snowboarders.
But not even, because
But-
the clip,
right.
you hear me say both look hard, verbatim, both look hard and both deserve credit.
And you
I'm
say-
crediting both of
Right.
those fucking hobbies.
And you do say the snowboarders who think they're cooler.
Right.
Not
All.
all snowboarders, but the hate and the heat that you got on that clip, it made me laugh so
Oh
much.
my God.
Because of how ridiculous people are, especially because the first real mean comment we got, because I think you say in the clip, so snowboarders shut the fuck up or something like that. So this person commented and said, you know, somebody that doesn't snowboard, shut the fuck up or
Yeah.
something like that. His profile picture is him snowboarding.
Right.
So it was just like, people are so.
Well, you know what's funny to me? I think that where we live, East Coast, New York, we curse a lot. We talk like that.
Yeah.
And to people who aren't from here, it's like, she's telling me to shut the fuck up. Like, it's
Right.
not like everyday language. Like, I could say that to my
True.
boss. Shut the fuck up. Are you serious right now?
Right.
And she wouldn't bat an eye to it.
Yeah.
Not that. But the way we speak where we live, I do think there is like a negative connotation with the words and the phrases that we use, but
Yeah.
we don't mean them that way. If
We sound harsh.
Right. If I'm telling you to shut the fuck up, it's not like I'm losing sleep.
Right.
I want to. No,
Right.
it's like that's literally like
Shut the fuck up.
shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, right.
But I guess, you know, if you're a little like, that you live out in fucking wherever,
Yeah.
and that's offensive to you, what isn't offensive these days?
Right,
You know,
right, right.
I can't sit here and start that's how I talk. I
Yeah.
curse every other word. I'm not
Yeah.
ladylike. I'm not polite. I'm not going to pretend to be.
Yeah.
This is how I speak. So I think that if I would have said, please don't say that about skiers, snowboarders.
Yeah.
If you think that about, maybe it wouldn't have hurt so many feelings, but that's not how I talk. And I'm not
Right.
going to pretend to talk that way. I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up if you are hating on a skier who's trying their damn best.
Right.
And that's that. But yeah, like,
I
my
think
God.
you're right that you bring up a good point about where we live and just the way that we talk, and
Yeah.
it comes off very harsh. And they
Right.
always say like New Yorkers have an attitude, and like I don't think so. I don't think
Right.
New Yorkers have an attitude. We all are the same.
It's
and
not
it's
intentional.
not.
Right.
Yeah, but people see it that way,
Yeah.
and I think that's a good point. So they maybe take it too seriously and
yes,
too
100%.
because it comes out harsh, but we don't really mean it that
I
way.
don't
And we were
mean it.
just fucking
Yeah,
around.
It's a joke.
I mean, you shit on mittens first.
Right.
I mean, nothing and no one was safe at that point, whether you were an escalator or a recipe on a website.
Right.
So that was my favorite moment, though. I think it was just once the comments started coming in, and it was our
Yes.
first taste, I think, a little bit of like some hate.
Yeah, it
because
was.
on one clip that I had posted about cheating, we got a lot of comments on that, but it was really just people voicing their opinions about whether or not they think one night stands can happen. So
Right.
even the people who were like, no, fuck that, like blah, 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 like that's just their opinion
Right.
on it.
It wasn't
know.
fuck you the way my
Right.
snowboarding video. I was
Right.
like, okay.
Or the Devil Wears Prada one was so like,
Yes.
you're right, I feel the same way, blah, blah,
Yes,
blah, I've
yes,
always
yes,
said this,
yes.
yada, yada. And then that one was like our first taste of people really like pushing back on something we said and like giving it to us a little bit. So I liked that.
I was laughing at some of them. I mean,
Oh,
the
you
bird
had to
watching
laugh.
comment, I lost brain cells from this. What did you lose brain cells from? From me telling you?
If it's that easy for you to lose brain cells,
Right.
honey.
And then I clicked their pages, and they're like posting their video game clips. And it's like, I lost brain cells from that.
Right.
At least there was some comedic relief in my clip.
Right. Or even the person, there was someone who commented on it was the clip of Tony Ann talking about guys getting
Mhm.
aroused and like coming their pants, giving them a lap dance. And somebody I think I told you this because I was cackling. Somebody commented like, what am I watching or something like that. And then I clicked on his picture, and his first pinned video is a video of him sitting in a stool getting a lap dance from two girls.
It's like,
I'm like, you really can't make it up.
yeah, no.
Like,
And you can't make everyone happy. And that's just,
it was good. It really made me laugh.
yeah.
though.
Because it's a reminder that, you know what, I just keep it coming.
You can't take it anything too seriously.
You can't. No matter what you say or how politically correct you try to be, you're going to piss someone off in some way. And if, you know, you got to have a thick skin.
Yeah, totally.
And if you want to tell me to go fuck myself because I made a joking comment about snowboarders.
Yeah.
I'll live. Will you?
Yeah.
Sarah,
Will you, though?
Sarah H,
with an H.
Yeah. Sarah with an H, who commented 11 times.
11 different times.
My God.
Oh, that was good.
And she has her snowboarding clip up there, too. That's,
exactly.
It's like, go figure.
Go fucking figure.
And then you had a couple of people that were like, oh, no, you know, I do both. And I loved that.
I loved that. And then you had the people who were like giving us a history lesson. Like, you know, actually, like snowboarding was looked at as very reckless and they weren't allowed on the mountains for a while, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and as I'm reading them, I'm like, well, skiing was, I think, the first one. And skiing was really looked at as like an elitist sport because it was, you had to have a lot of money to do it. And it was like a sport the wealthy did. So I was like, I could actually really see that, how like that would happen. Right. But like, it's light. It's light. Right. It's light.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
Nothing we say here is that deep.
Right.
We make it that way intentionally. It's
all
supposed
called wet,
to be
dry, and slightly shaken. Like,
I'm not running a Joe Rogan or fucking Andy Frisella podcast over here trying to change your life in any which way or change your opinion on anything. I'm simply telling you my pointless opinion and hoping you find it funny. And that's it. And like, people need
someone
to just
had commented, as someone who doesn't do either, here's my opinion. And I was like,
you're right. That's exactly right.
Correct.
Yes. I'm so glad you picked up on the exact narrative I was going with.
Oh, I loved it. It was so good.
It's like, everyone doesn't need to have a podcast these days. That comment made me laugh.
I liked that one too. I said, yeah.
But you're sitting here watching mine, so thank you.
Yeah, someone commented, anyone these days, can have a podcast. I said, yeah, they can.
Yeah.
You're right.
Go try.
Go try.
Let me know how your equalizer works.
Right.
Honestly, I mean, people are just It's a very clear reminder that everything has to really be in one, out the other.
Yeah, and not to take things too seriously.
Because like, who's mad, Sarah with an H? You or me?
Right. It's not us.
Not me.
I'm sitting here laughing with a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
And what are you doing?
Making TikTok.
Right.
On snowboarding.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good part of the season for sure. That was a good part. The city was a good part. Yeah, sex therapist, because I feel like on the topic of keeping things light, that's a topic that everyone makes so heavy.
Taboo.
Yeah, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing from that episode, I had a lot of favorite things, but one of my favorite things was the world of dildos out there that I didn't know existed, like the themed ones. Like the fact that there are really people out there getting it on with alien glow-in-the-dark dildos, like, really has my mind blown.
Yeah, I mean,
zombie dildos, devil dild, like the term devil dick, they're really taking it seriously.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I don't like about that. Every good idea, you mean to tell me that every good idea I think that I'm about, like, coming up with is already out there, basically. And that's a little discouraging, because I might think it's like, I'm not that creative, but what if one day I'm like, ooh, light bulb, I want to come out with something like super absurd, right? Go on Google, guarantee 10 of them exist. It's like, well, now what? Leave something for us. Like, they're gonna really make devil dicks.
Natalie, did you have a secret passion for wanting to create themed dildos?
No, but it's discouraging when I feel like every good idea is already out there. Like, holy shit. Leave some room for the rest of us.
It really is a good idea.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
What can I come up with that doesn't already exist? Honestly, there have been a couple of things that I've thought of.
Right.
And I look them up, and they're already there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would love to sit down with Kieran's mom about this, because I know she has a few. And I wonder if they exist. I'm not going to steal them if they don't.
But it's funny because she apparently had a lot of ideas, like, throughout their childhood, of stuff that then actually really did happen and were super successful. So it's now like the running joke that, like, she came up with that. Like,
and she just didn't act on it fast enough.
Exactly.
How sad.
Like, they're really good ideas.
It's not right.
It's not right. Leave something for the rest of us.
Seriously. And if you are someone who's invented 5 things already and you come out with a 6th idea, just wait. Just give someone a couple of years.
Right.
And let them fucking make it.
Right.
I'm sick of it.
It's like everyone tells you to create your own path, but how
could I?
How can I?
Every good idea has been taken already.
Yeah.
There you go, Sarah. Line it up.
It's been a rough.
Eat the cranberry.
No, I'm
you
not
might
touching
the
this.
next
No, I'm not touching that gross ass cranberry.
No way, it just broke.
That had to have been a flimsy champagne glass. If it breaks that, this is carpet. This glass literally just fell on carpet and broke in half. So that was definitely a highlight. Tony Ann's episode obviously was the highlight, I think, of the season
I
for
loved her
everyone.
tell-alls.
Yeah, for everyone.
We have, once this is aired, we will have brunched.
We will have brunched,
which
correct?
I'm very excited about.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can't really talk about it yet.
No,
because Sarah has some surprises for me even.
Mm-hmm.
But I know
it's just
that
the
will be
party
a good
planner
day.
in me can't help it.
Okay, so that is one of the few, I feel like, differences that we have. Sarah loves to plan events, parties.
Yes.
When we were at our holiday party over the weekend that we worked, she was like, I would love to have a holiday party. And I was like, I would love to attend a holiday party.
Yeah.
I am not a party planner. I think it takes too much time and creative thought that I just don't have. I might have the time. I could find the time, but I don't have the creative side.
You could. No, you don't think so?
It's stressful to me. And getting everyone on board, and
I think that's the most stressful part
Yeah.
is getting everyone on board, because then you come up with these ideas and you start to do them, and then there's always a thought of like, but who's fucking coming?
Yeah,
like,
right,
and gonna appreciate it,
right. And people are so unreliable, I feel like, nowadays. I'm not one who's going to be at every event, but best believe if I say I'm going to be somewhere, if I'm RSVPing, yes, I will be there.
Yeah. But I think too, like, the party planning gene, because I felt this way when I threw my 30th. So I threw myself a really big 30th in my backyard with a tent and heaters and stuff like that. And it was beer garden themed and all decked out,
so
and it was great. But you really throw parties, as sad as it is to say, even if they're for yourself, for everybody else. The party really is for everybody else. It's not really for you.
Yeah.
Because as much as I set it up and I had my bar area and my shot ski and my ice luge and the tent and everything and the food, I didn't eat one bit of food that day. I drank because people just kept giving me like a full mug of beer. But I didn't really get to enjoy the party because I was walking around hosting it. I was mingling with people and saying hi to everybody and trying to talk to as many people as I could. And you don't really get to enjoy it. I remember waking up like the next day, like, and everyone was like, it was so much fun. I had a great time. Like, what a great party, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, was it? I honestly wouldn't know because I really didn't get to enjoy it. You really throw it for other people.
And that's what I'm not here for.
Yeah. So
I want to enjoy the party. I want to sit back and kick my feet up and not worry about, oh, shit, I have to clean this. I have to do this. I have to put that away. I have to, fuck that.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about weddings too. You're spending an arm and a leg. And it's like, who are you really doing it for?
Well, that's what I thought too after that party. You know, a lot of people will tell you after they plan and throw this huge extravagant wedding for themselves that if they could go back and do it again, they wouldn't.
Right.
Because they didn't really get to enjoy it. They didn't really get to eat the food and, you know, do the activities and whatever because they're too busy trying to see every person and whatever. And most people, I guess it's not everybody, but most people don't really like enjoy it. The wedding is really thrown for everybody else.
Yeah. And
it's not really for you.
It's not. And why spend so much money if that's the case? I could see a small destination wedding with just your family and super close friends, if that.
Sure.
But these big, luxurious weddings, it's just, I mean, unless you have money to just piss away, it's not for me.
And you're not even making your money back at this point anymore because if you think, like, when you go to a wedding, the etiquette usually is that you cover your plate. Yeah. But it's not. I mean, first of all, you're not really even anymore because of what venues, at least on Long Island. This is definitely going to be different for a lot of other people because Long Island specifically, New York specifically, are crazy expensive wedding wise.
Yeah.
And a lot of other states and like places aren't this crazy. But for us here, like you're talking like 180 minimum a plate. But when people are going, they're really kind of giving you like 150 a plate. So they're not even covering their plate.
Yeah.
And that's not your DJ, your flowers, you have everything else that goes into it. So like how people even break even on their weddings at this point, I don't even know.
Yeah. I don't understand. And I don't want to understand because I will never have a wedding.
You say that now.
Not a wedding like that. Like,
Okay.
like I said, maybe a small little destination, whatever. But, ugh,
Yeah.
I can't be bothered. And so much stress.
Yeah.
Fucking all the fitting into a dress and doing this and doing that and picking the better whatever. And, oh, but this one already had that. And I don't want to,
trying to top people.
It's like,
and,
I can't be
yeah.
bothered.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'd rather take that money, put
Yeah.
it towards my house, put it towards
Right.
vacation, a fun-ass honeymoon.
Right. Something like that for sure. But going back to, I guess, like party planning, I really do enjoy throwing things for people. So
Yeah.
like my wedding specifically, I wouldn't do, I'm on the same page as you about like a big wedding. I wouldn't want anything like that. But like for our brunch and stuff, like I, yes, have a lot planned, a lot of surprises and like stuff planned because I like to throw things for people because it's not really for me. It's not
Yeah.
like my birthday. It's for this show and our friends and people who listen and support us. And I like to throw things for people.
Yes.
I want to watch everybody else have the fun.
Aw, that's so cute of you.
It is.
Sweet
How I feel,
Sarah.
though, you know?
Aw.
That's who I am.
Got one drink in her and she's
Sweet.
Now, first she's sour.
First she's sour, then she's sweet.
Then she's breaking glasses. Is your video still on? Okay, good. How great would it be if Tequila Collective Rob flew out?
Oh, for our party? Now this is going to be a party that you would fly in for.
Yes.
Not So what are your goals for this year, Nat?
My goals for this year are honestly just to kind of keep doing what I'm doing because I'm doing well in school. I need to do a little bit better work-wise, but it's very difficult balancing work and school right now. But I need to stay on this track for school. I need to graduate and strong and get a good job, hopefully somewhere on Long Island nearby. And I'm almost there. And the light at the end of the tunnel is not too far away. So I think school would be my main goal. Getting maybe a little bit better with time management. Or not necessarily better, but stressing about it less.
Yeah.
Because I am pretty good with managing my time and waking up early and getting done the things that I need to get done. But I'm always so stressed about it. So I think that if there was a way that I could really pinpoint like a solid schedule and chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
There you go with the way I speak here on Long Island. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm telling myself, guys. So if I could take it, you could take it.
Right.
And
no
that's
one is
really,
safe.
Yeah, no one is safe. But that's really it, I think. Maybe make a little bit more time for friends, just because I feel like I have struggled with that a little bit lately. But otherwise, just like keep doing me and keep doing how I'm doing.
That's good because I feel like a lot of people, if you're going into the new year constantly with a whole list of like things you need to change about yourself or your life, then
it could be a little overwhelming.
That could totally be overwhelming. But if you don't have a lot and you're just like want to keep doing what you're doing, that's a good sign that you're on the right track, I think.
Yeah. And how are you feeling? What are your resolutions?
My biggest thing I think for this coming year is I need to get more organized on paper because I am a person who is very creative and has a lot of things going on in my mind, and I need to just put them out on paper and I will be able to get them done, I think, in a better way because I have running lists of everything that I need to do, but not even just like errands or things like that I need to run, like everything work wise and otherwise, and it's just because I'm a creative person, so it's all jumbled up. It's an organized mess up there,
right?
But it's still a mess, and
but
I need to
too
put
good
it.
To forget, so you do need to write.
I need
them
to
down.
put it on paper and get everything done. I think I'll be able to accomplish more that way. That's my like biggest thing that I'm like I need to go get now that it's the end of the year, like a new planner. Like, throw my old planner away because it's junk now anyway. Get a new planner and really like really organize myself and write down my lists.
Yeah, I mean, I swear by my planner. I literally cannot live without my day planner. And writing down, not putting it in the stupid fucking calendar in my phone. I like will miss that. Writing things down, the physical act of doing it will also help you. Yeah. Like remember everything. So
yeah, like I have a list of things right now that I have to get done for the brunch and I have to do, and it'll all get done. Yeah. But it's a jumbled mess to get there. Okay. So it needs to just be a little bit more organized. Well, that's like my biggest.
Like if that's your biggest, then again, you're doing well.
Well, I'm just saying like that's definitely something I want to change going into the new year.
I want to get a little bit better with money. I think I want to do like a weekly put aside whatever.
But we were saying too, I agree with that definitely. But the job that we have specifically in like the service industry, because it can be such a hit or miss, it's so hard to fucking budget because you know, you'll have one day you'll make X amount of money and you'll be like, oh, great. And then like the next week you'll make less than half of that on that day. And you're like, it's not consistent. So you're like, how do I budget if I don't know what I have consistently coming in each week? So
which is why I think putting, you know, a small portion aside, but a small steady portion that will always sit there will help. Yeah, for sure. Like even if I have an $800 day, doesn't mean put $500 aside because that's not rational. Because the next week if I don't have but like if I were to put 100 aside, that's just more steady. Sure. Just a little.
Okay, that's good.
Treat myself at the end of the year to something. Not that there's even I couldn't even think of a Christmas gift to tell my parents, my boyfriend, nothing. Like I don't even know what I want. Yeah. You know, I feel like anytime, I'm not one to like wait for my birthday or Christmas or when I have like money saved.
When I want something, I get it.
And that's it. And I never like deprive myself. If I want something, if I really want it, I'll wait for a sec or two. And if I still want it a week later, I'm going to go buy it.
Yeah. I feel like as you get older, that's just the way that, like, when I was younger is when I would write things down and be like, this is what I want for Christmas. Like, I could make you a list because it's a bunch of stuff that, like, I want, but, like, I can't go get. Yeah. But now that I'm older and I have my own money and whatever, if I want something, I'm just going to go fucking get it for myself. So it's so hard to, like, make I couldn't make you a list. I couldn't even tell you what you wanted. If you brought me in, if you walked me into Chanel, I could pick something out, sure. Yeah. But like, there's really nothing that like I want or have been wanting that like I didn't already get for myself.
So it makes it hard. I'm always just give me money. Give me money, Mom. Give me the money, Dad.
So like, what are this is like your first Christmas with your boyfriend. So what are you guys planning? Is it like you're exchanging gifts, but like you want to make it special?
Well, surprise, guys.
Oh no.
So on that track, there isn't anything that I really wanted. I was kind of coming up with like a BS, like this is, you know, get me this because I guess I want it, you know, and he is in the same, like it's, you know, our first Christmas and I want to get you something special, so whatever. But so I gave him a bullshit. I told him buy me a watch just because. Fine. There's your thing. There's your item to box up and gift me. But things have a weird way of working out, and we are now going to be roommates.
Oh right. Okay.
So,
yeah.
Surprise! I'm pregnant. That's why I'm
surprise. I'm pregnant. Dry December is really just.
No, God, no. That is not happening.
That would be me first, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, and definitely. But we are moving in together. So we've kind of like scratched the whole, like, let's just bullshit something that we want to box something. And we're going to do like a small little exchange, go for like a nice little date night dinner somewhere nice. But instead of doing a grand old gift, we're going to put that towards furniture or whatever we may need for our place together. Yes. Okay.
I didn't even know that. Yes. I mean, I knew that you guys were, you know, talking about now moving in together and that whole process and whatever,
but we figured we're going to need a couch. We're going to need this. Right. Let's just not waste money on a bullshit gift to wrap. Let's put it
when you're going to have these expenses sooner than later anyway.
So that's our
I like
plan.
that. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
And I'm so much happier because I was stressing over like, what's again because he's so like likes everything that makes it harder almost. I'd rather like a direct I need this or I want this. This is the brand that I like. But like when you're like, oh yeah, anything, I'm like, you know, like that's harder.
That's where we left off you and I with your Christmas was that it's your first Christmas together and you wanted it to be. I mean, we did it our first Christmas too. You kind of go out of your way and over your budget a little bit to like make it special and really get each other like some nice things.
Right.
So, okay. So change of events.
Yes, we'll be going over our budgets and just making our little home nice because I'm going to want this and that and this and that. Once I start decorating, it's
and let me tell you, especially if you're putting in a kitchen, like a full kitchen, it's very, very expensive. Like I 1000% understand why people have like bridal showers because you need that shit.
Right.
You need, your pots and your pans and then up to the little things like forks and knives and and then the things when you start cooking like your meals, you'll slowly like make lists of like, oh, I need that.
Yeah.
I need that. I need that. I need that. And it adds up.
Exactly. So that is where our Christmas money, our gift money is going.
Into making yourselves a nice little home.
A little home.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it.
And have you guys picked out? Do you know? You said you don't really have anything, right, that you want?
No. I mean, I don't. My vibe lately has always been let's just not exchange.
Yeah,
because I just what do you want?
Yeah,
really? I don't think the last time I talked to him about. I mean, this will now be after, will have aired after Christmas, but I think he wants like a gift. I am his gift.
Yeah,
let's be
every
real
day he gets
about
a gift.
that.
Yes.
But I think, for us now, like we're in the same, like we have bills to pay. We have things to like get done. We have trips that we want to take. So like, in my opinion, the money is just better well spent, like going through that. And my boyfriend and I are also very good with like, we buy each other gifts all the time. It's not just a wait until Christmas or wait until your birthday kind of a thing. If he sees like a book he thinks I would really like, he always picks it up and gets it. If he, if he sees anything that like, there was this, one of the last things he got me, it's a garlic crusher.
Okay.
But it's shaped or like it looks like Dracula. It's called Dracula.
Yes, I think you sent me that. Yeah.
And I'd been eyeing it because I just think it's funny. And so for Halloween, like he got me that. It's like we always get each other things anyway, so there's not really like a ton.
Yeah, I love
to get each other like gift wise for Christmas, but yeah, I think some couples go a little too overboard.
Yeah,
like I know some couples, we know some couples who like
he got me a Gucci bag, like
but the money, and it's to the point where it's like, well, what do you go? Was he in 5 years? He's gonna have to buy you a fucking private jet because he's gonna have outdone himself to that point with the way that you guys are going. Yeah, it's silly.
And like I said, I always just think it's to flex. Like, oh, what did he get you? Oh, my boyfriend got me. It's like, I'd rather it go towards purposeful things.
You know what I said to my boyfriend? I said, you know what I want for Christmas? I want to wake up. I want to make myself some cinnamon buns. I want to make a hot chocolate. And I want to watch Elf on repeat.
Yeah.
For 15 hours.
And that sounds perfect.
That's what I want to do.
And
that's what I want for Christmas.
The best.
Yeah.
Because we're not asking for a Chanel bag. I don't even want it. Honestly, I love my Adidas crossbody. That's all I want. I got it for $15 at PacSun.
Done.
Easy. I wear it to the gym. I wear it out. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm
versatile.
so not
very versatile.
Exactly. I think that if you've got actual style, you don't need all of these things.
Yeah, you don't
pull
need
it
a ton of
together
money
on a budget.
Yeah.
It's the people who are a little bit whack that need to go and get a different Gucci bag for every occasion. And that's not me.
That's what they say too. If you look at pictures of like the richest people in the world, right? Like you look at a picture of Mark Zuckerberg walking down the street. He is in, he looks like he crawled out of a dumpster.
Yeah.
Like the clothes that he wears are like sweatpants, t-shirts, sneakers, and that is it. And he has more money than everybody in his city put together.
Yeah.
You know?
Rocking this designer, that designer. Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah. You know, and I won't lie, like I like a nice designer once in a while. You yourself are sitting there in a Christian Dior bodysuit.
Fake.
Right, but still, we like a designer thing once in a while.
Yeah, but I don't need to demand it for every gift.
No, that's the difference.
And honestly, with my boyfriend, I could. Because he's more than willing. Anything I want, he would never say no. But I don't want that. Not from you. I want a home.
See, I would never tell my boyfriend that I would want anything like, oh, I want like a Louis bag or like a Gucci bag. Because he would not pick out what I want. I'm very specific too, like trend-wise and like style-wise with the things that I want. Like I would not trust him to walk into a store and buy me something
very expensive that you're just going to have to exchange. Yeah.
Right.
I get that.
If you want to walk me in there with you, I'll pick it out, sure, but like I don't. Please stay out of those stores because you're gonna fuck it up. Stay
with the garlic
out.
crushers,
right?
And that's it.
That's what I like.
Right. But I do love that though, and like those gifts mean so much more. It's not
they
like,
do.
Here's the bag that you're gonna go around and impress your friends with. It's like, what's gonna like make me and you laugh together? I don't give a fuck about the bag. If I really want the bag, I'll go and buy it for myself.
Right.
Like
exactly.
It's
like
just...
I woke up Halloween morning to Halloween music playing. And to the Monster Mash on repeat to here's your gift.
Aww,
Happy Halloween.
That's so much better,
and I will take
honestly.
that any day over.
That will give you a warm feeling inside that really no bag could.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really mean that.
Totally.
Like 1000%. When you're single and you want to wear these like hot, fun outfits that cost a lot of money and whatever, okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's going to like feed your ego for that minute. But that garlic crusher is feeding your soul.
Yes.
And that's something money can't buy. So I stand heavily on that.
Yeah. Speaking of like pressure and things like that, we're coming up now on a holiday that I think is one of the most pressure-filled holidays that there is.
New
and I don't
Year's
think
or
we've
Christmas?
ever New Year's. I don't think we've ever really talked about it. What are your thoughts on New Year's Eve?
Personally, this is like the one holiday that I really do. I say I don't care about Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is like, it's like warm up for Christmas. And I love Christmas. I love Christmas Eve. I love Christmas. Thanksgiving, I don't care about. Like I've always offered to work because you always have to pick one holiday to work, you know. I always say I'll work New Year's. Is that what did I say Christmas at first? I think I
Thanksgiving you said, but
whatever.
Yeah.
I'll always work New Year's because I really don't give a shit about it. Like I don't know. I always liked, even in like when I was like of legal drinking age, but even just in college and everything, when I got older and everyone started wanting to like go out with friends and party, I always wanted to do New Year's with my family and whatever my family was doing. Cause my godfather would always have a New Year's Eve party and I would choose that over going out with my friends.
Yeah.
Just cause I always like want to be with like my mom and dad and say like Happy New Year and like hug and kiss them.
Yeah.
It's just not like a holiday that I'm like, I want to go like nuts for. I'm going away with my boyfriend and his family this year for New Year's. So I'm excited about that, obviously. But no, I don't really give a shit about this one.
Yeah, I just think New Year's Eve is for some reason, the two holidays I feel the most pressure on is New Year's Eve and the 4th of July for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why.
The 4th of July?
The 4th of July, I feel like I find so much pressure in like, what are you doing and what are your plans? And not so much now that I've been with my boyfriend. It was more of a like when I was single kind of a thing. It's like, what are you doing like the 4th of July? Like, you have plans? You have a party to go to? Do you not? Like, it's because the 4th of July alone, I feel like when the fireworks are going off and whatever, and if you're by yourself and have nothing to do, it can be such a depressing feeling, I think.
Yeah, you know what? I get that. I feel that. Well, I definitely feel that way about New Year's Eve because
so that's also how I feel, right?
I haven't done anything. Like, if I didn't work, I was just home chilling or I was asleep before the ball even dropped. And and it's like you say that and you're, wow, oh God, is she depressed? What's going on with her? And it's like, what? It's just another
I did that once. I binge watched, I think, The Crown on Netflix, like the first couple seasons.
Okay.
And then I was asleep by 11 p.m. I turned my phone off completely and I was asleep by 11 p.m. And everyone was like, is she okay? Is she depressed? And I probably was. Yeah. But like, it's a depressing thought, you know, even if it's not, even if like that's really your vibe and like what you want to do, because it was one of the best New Year's Eves ever turned out. But like, it's a depressing. It can be a depressing like feeling.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think
you don't
that
have
goes
plans
about my birthday. Anything that people are putting a lot of like pressure on and a lot of like, it's just it is kind of like, oh, it didn't live up to the hype that it should have.
Yeah,
but like,
and
what should it have lived up to? You know,
right? I think it's more of a single thing too, because now, like, since I've been with my boyfriend, like, I don't think twice about New Year's Eve because I know we're doing whatever we're doing it together, and if we don't have plans and it's just the two of us on the couch, which I think it's been the past 2 year New Year's Eve, I'm fine, absolutely fine with it.
Right.
But I think it's definitely a single thing when you're single and you're whatever. Like, I think it's a big pressure holiday.
Yeah, I agree, and it shouldn't be. It's stupid. It's just literally just another day.
It's like, who are the guy that you're hooking up with or whatever, like, what is he doing? And like, are you gonna is he gonna ask you to do something New Year's Eve, and like, you're gonna spend the ring in the New Year together, and like, then you don't have a New Year's kiss and blah blah blah. Like,
and if you're not with him, if he's at that party and you're at that party, is he calling?
Or is he with another girl, or is he like?
Yeah, it's true. Aw, all my singles, you guys can come over this year if you want.
And it's funny too because Valentine's Day I never felt that way about.
Right. Yeah.
I love Valentine's Day.
Right. Well,
It's
you
one
guys
of-
always do something like nice
Not
and romantic.
even when I was single, I loved Valentine's Day because like my dad would get me a bunch of stuff, my mom would get me a bunch of stuff. I
Yeah.
like everyone was always just filled with love. Like
Yeah.
Nick would
Nick,
get me
I
a
was
bunch
just
of
gonna say,
stuff.
Nick would
yeah,
get us
I
flowers,
always
yeah.
loved Valentine's Day. Always.
Yep, it's true. New Year's is a lot like
I don't know
It's like
why.
a hollow feeling if you're not doing anything. Like you feel hollow inside. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Right.
That's not a way to start a new year.
No.
Well, make this drink and maybe you'll have a couple
Yeah.
of them and you
Yeah.
won't
We'll
feel
think
so
about it.
hollow.
You also feel so hollow. You'll be over the toilet really
Yeah,
feeling you want to
yeah.
feel hollow.
Good jump start to your
Yeah.
diet.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think everyone overhypes it. Anything that's overhyped, I've learned that I just don't fuck with. Like whether it be a restaurant,
Okay.
a brand that people are wearing, a day, a holiday, anything that everyone's like that. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
miss me with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Eve is another one. What are you doing for Thanksgiving Eve?
Right.
I don't know. Charging up for tomorrow.
Right.
What the fuck are you doing?
and getting a full 8 hours of sleep
Yeah,
so that I
right.
could eat everything
Yeah.
I need to tomorrow.
Honestly, so I could wake up and go to the gym and burn it off at first. I
Yeah.
know that that's
about
not your
that.
thing, but
no.
but that's how I feel. I don't
Yeah.
want to go out on Thanksgiving Eve. I want to wake up and work out in the morning and
Yeah.
feel good about the 10 fucking plates of garlic bread I'm going to eat at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't really fuck with turkey. I eat all the carbs.
I think a lot of people are on that same page with you. Like I'll eat the turkey, I'll have a couple bites of it, but I think everyone is. As I'm older, definitely I've seen everyone is like it's the sides. Thanksgiving is all
sides.
about the sides.
It's the sides and it's like the little taste of the holiday season. Like, no one, does anyone really like love Thanksgiving? Does anyone say that's my favorite holiday? I don't think so.
I have seen a couple of people say that they love Thanksgiving. Like I've talked about it with a few of my regulars, and they say they love Thanksgiving because it feels like Christmas without the hustle and of the gifts, without
Okay.
that like superficial have to get everyone something to open. It's everyone being together and eating, and football's on, and
Okay.
without the gift part of it. But
I like that.
for people like us who the gift part of it isn't like in the forefront,
Right.
then I think we feel differently. I do love Thanksgiving, but Christmas feels nice to me too because I
Yeah.
don't consider the gift thing like a forefronted part of my Christmas
At all. No.
Yeah. But some people are really like that. Some people are like it's about the gifts and what did they get you and what am I gonna get them and
Yeah, it's so fucking ugh.
So I could see that. I could see Thanksgiving being your favorite holiday if Christmas is so like if Christmas is
Stressful.
that stressful for
Yeah.
you.
That's so sad because that is so not the point of Christmas.
I like Thanksgiving because I think it starts the holiday season. Like
Yes.
after Christmas is over, it's like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
it's over.
Oh, we
but
got that
Thanksgiving,
stupid New Year's coming.
right, right.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving feels more like starting the holiday season. It's the start of the holiday season. So I leave
Yes.
Thanksgiving and I feel like I'm constantly in a holiday.
Okay.
My whole rest of the year is
Yes.
one big holiday after, and Thanksgiving is my kickoff.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I
that's
do like it
fair.
for that reason.
Yeah, it's true. The day after Christmas is like a wow.
It's over.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the day after your birthday. It's like I gotta wait another whole year for this to
Right.
be all about me.
Right.
Are you kidding
Right.
me?
But then why also the week in between Christmas and New Year's is the biggest fucking blur?
I hate that week.
Have you ever felt that way,
Yes,
right? Because I feel like that's
yes.
everyone feels the same way.
Because you're
That
kind of
that
just waiting
week-
for New Year's now. It's
yeah,
like,
and no one knows what day it is.
yeah.
I don't know what day it is.
Well, everyone takes approximately 48 hours to recover, I think, from Christmas, right? So now
Okay.
you're 2 days in. Okay, now you're at
Right.
the third day. And what are you, it's 5 days, right, apart? Because four, really?
They're exactly a week away.
Is it?
So
Christmas
Christmas
is December
Eve-
25th.
Well, Christmas Eve is on a Saturday.
Okay.
New Year's Eve is also on a Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, they're exactly a week apart.
Yeah, that week's going to feel fucking
That
weird.
week always feels so fucking bizarre. I never know
Yeah.
what day it is. I never know what I'm supposed to be doing.
supposed to be getting ready for a vacation at that point.
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind
you
of
are.
blows.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be stressful. That's when when you really just want to veg out, I feel like.
Yeah. It's a veg out week.
It's a veg out week for sure, especially if you're a student. That's like when you could finally breathe.
Right.
Because now it's like, okay, all my schoolwork's done, all the holiday stuff is done. Now I could chill.
Right, because I feel like a lot of schools, especially, you know, not even college, but high school and stuff, you're not really going on break.
Until I go on the 17th, I think.
That's late in the month.
That's late.
Yeah.
It is. So then it's like, okay, let me run all my last minute Christmas errands right before. And now, okay, here's the holiday. And then right after the holiday, you want to fucking chill.
Yeah.
Or just go nuts for Aruba planning.
Right.
Oh, man. Pity me.
No, the end of the year is a good time. It's a good time of year. It's a fun time of year. It's a hectic time of year, but it's a fun time of year.
Yeah. And I feel like it hasn't been that cold yet.
No.
So, you know, our winters...
I feel like it could be colder.
Our winters get brutal, though, later now. Like, I feel like February and March are shit.
I wish we had a little bit more, like, snow for the Christmas season.
I know.
Every day I'm looking at my calendar, like, when does it say snowfall?
Yeah.
When does it say a little bit of snow? I'm looking for a snowflake.
I know.
Every day I check the weather, I'm looking for a snowflake.
There's nothing better than snowfall on Christmas. It's been probably, like, almost 10 years, I feel like, since we had snow on Christmas. It's been a while.
It's been a long time, yeah.
I would love some this year.
Yeah. Let's put that vibe out there.
Let it snow. I have Christmas at my house, so I don't even have to leave.
Yeah, same.
And I want fucking snow.
Yeah.
I don't want snow on December 29th because I don't want my plane to be...
Let's not put that vibe out there.
But on the 25th, it may come.
Yeah.
Mother Nature, if you're listening.
If you're listening. All I want for Christmas is snow.
Aw. Like a simple... I don't want a Gucci bag. I just want a little snow.
I just want a little flurry.
That's it. And not a lot because my car sucks in the snow.
Right. And I
Just
want
a
people to be
little.
able to get around. I want to be able to get around should I need to.
And let my dog out to pee.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't need to go trekking through 10 feet of snow.
No. And yeah.
So a good year, a good season.
A good year, a great season.
And how lucky are we?
Very lucky.
That we could just boast about all the good things in our life.
You know what? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's really nice, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
To think about it, like, to sit and have to think about a complaint, to try to find a complaint, to have to bitch about snowboarders.
That, you know, I was actually just thinking that how lucky we are to, like, really not have anything bad to complain about in our lives. Just gives so much more to the context of, like, that clip and that whole, like, your pet peeves, like... Mittens.
Because I have nothing else to bitch about.
Exactly.
Everything is that good.
I have to bitch about mittens and snowboarders because I have nothing else to bitch about. That's a pretty good life.
That's a gift.
That's a gift. That's a gift.
That's a Christmas gift if I've ever seen
That's
that.
a Christmas miracle.
Oh, Sarah.
And my hope for next year is less technical difficulties is all I gotta say.
Less technical difficulties. Less Sarahs with an H.
Right. And that's it.
And that's it. Other than that, I really have nothing negative to say.
No.
It's been a good run.
It's been a good run. And we hope you all have filled New Year's Eves and not hollow ones.
And if you don't have plans, honestly, I can't help you.
I can't help you.
But virtually I can.
Yeah.
If you need some love, hit us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I won't tell you to shut the fuck up.
I promise. I won't.
But it can be a lonely time.
It can be a lonely time. Yeah.
And take it from someone like me who was crying a year ago.
Yeah.
And now is
a lot can change in a year.
A lot can change. So
in less than a year.
Yeah. And everything I say always really comes out like I'm joking, but I actually sincerely mean that.
Well, less than a year ago you were sitting here crying.
Yeah.
And less than a year later you were making plans to be roommates.
Yeah. So the pain that you're feeling, I hate to say it, unfortunately, probably needs to be felt because something so much better is sitting behind that hurdle.
Yeah.
So there's my...
And you won't know how good it is unless you felt that.
So there's my cliche.
Aw,
word for
that's
you
a nice
guys.
way to end this off, Nat.
I hope that touched someone. I hope that someone needed that.
Yeah.
Because I could have used hearing that a year ago. Or
Yeah,
not even
absolutely.
A year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, guys...
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I wish I could cheers you, but I will see.
I'll do it for the both of us. Cheers. Happy New Year. Thanks for another incredible season.
Yes, thank you guys. And hopefully, if you're cool, we'll see you at our podcast brunch.
Yeah. See you then.
See you then. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you all for your patience as we closed out season 2. We would like to dedicate this season and this last episode specifically as we talk about closing chapters, moving forward, and change to Hayden. You are so loved and missed every day.